and one for you. Okay. Well, I grew up not having childhood. We make it appear to these guys that we are second fiddles. You make the assembly member feels that he's the honorable and you are not because you are the entertainer. I am a brand. I'm aware of myself. I don't come to play. I don't come to count say I be one of the actors. No, I want to be number one. Good. So I pay the price of time. I pay the price of family. My family suffer for it. So every little time I have with my kids, it's like, oh, okay, I have to make the most of it. Give them that little time. You want to move out again, you see them crying. But oh God, this is what we do. How did we get to where we are? How? How is it that Inipi, who willingly gave ourselves, how is it that we are not able to tell our story? The Jesus of Igala people. Inipi is Jesus of the Igala people. I am a die-hard fan of the history of the Igala people. I am a lover of the sacrifices of Inipi, Omoduko and Ayeba. If this nation will fall, not in my time. If this story will not be told, not in my time. If this language will die, let it die in the times of my children. Let it be said,
let them bear the loss.
In years to come, 200 years, 100 years, 50 years, and there was one guy who believed in the stories of his people.
What's going on, guys? This is Entertainment Extra here on Igala TV. Entertainment Extra is where you get the juiciest and the meatiest fun and facts about entertainment. If you don't get it here, then it's not true. I still remain your humble host, Legacy Skillz. Today, I'll be presenting you with the co-host. She's no other person than the beautiful, the sexiest Joy Atuluku.
It is so nice to finally be here with you guys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to sit down, relax, and enjoy this ride with us. Trust me, it's going to be a very interesting one, and you will not regret this.
Today, we'll be talking about telling Igala stories using filmmaking. We're having one of the finest filmmakers in the studio with us.
But before we introduce him to you, please, I would like you to follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Igala TV, and follow us on every other social media platform.
We'll quickly go on the commercial break. When we return, we'll introduce our guest to you. See you when we come back.
Okay, hello everyone, my name is Thomson Makolo Jr. I'm a Nollywood actor and filmmaker. I am the producer of that very well talked about movie, Uyuma, The Voice of Old. Of course, it's a movie that stars some of the biggest Nollywood actors, from Kanayo to Gezu to Imam Ume to Ajanigo Simeon, and a whole lot of top Nigerian actors. This story is the one that will interest you, the story of the Igala people and the Idoma people of Benue State, both in North Central Nigeria. This is to announce to you that the opening premiere comes up on the 26th of April 2025 at the Silverbird Cinemas beside the Yaragua Center in Abuja, and on the 3rd of May we'll be at the Silverbird Cinemas in Ikeja City Mall, Lagos. At the beg, please come out en masse, get tickets. Please, if you love me, don't just love me by saying I'm proud of you. Love me enough to buy a ticket for yourself, buy for your friend, buy for your wife, buy for your husband, buy for your kids, buy for your girlfriend, and come to see this movie. So let's make history together. On the 26th of April 2025 in Abuja, and on the 3rd of May 2025 in the city of Lagos.
Welcome back. Our guest is an actor, a filmmaker, and an event host. He has continually flown the Igala brand globally, and he has pushed Igala stories with every opportunity he gets. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join us to welcome Thomson Makolo Jr.
This is one for you and one for you.
Okay. Welcome to Entertainment Extra on Igala TV.
Thank you guys, thank you.
So may we meet you? Who is Thomson Makolo Jr.? What does he do? Where is he from? And all that.
Okay, my name is Thomson Makolo Jr. I come from Kogi State. I'm an Igala. I hail from Odoluku, a small village in Dikina local government area of Kogi State, north central Nigeria.
Wow.
I'm an actor, I'm a filmmaker, and sometimes I'm an event compare.
First of all, congratulations on your movie. It's about to hit the cinema.
Thank you.
Very soon. So, how is the journey so far?
Well, so far on the project, on my career?
On the project.
Yes, okay, so far on the project it's been tough. It's been amazing.
Wow.
It's been challenging. It's been exciting. It's been falling. It's been rising. It's been staying true to the goal, which is to export what we have from Kogi State to the world. Tell our own story in the original form. Tell our own story the way no one would tell it.
That's true.
And that's what we've been able to achieve with the movie titled Oyoma, the voice of old.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of persons will say, Thomson Makolo, he's really good, he's trying, he's a good actor, but he's a very, very proud person.
Yay.
So, I don't know, I just wanted to just clarify that narrative for us. Yes.
To everyone of you who feels I'm proud, this is your man.
Okay, fine.
Well, I think I am not. I think I'm not. But I know when to respect myself. I know when to be in my space. I know when to talk, I know when not to talk. Now, I don't play rough play. Okay, I came in here now. I came to the studio, I met guys.
Yeah.
You know, we shook hands, we hugged. For some who were meeting me for the first time, I can't do this. Right?
Yeah.
I grew up not having childhood. So that still affects me. When I mean I grew up not having childhood, means that I didn't play. So as people they play now say, your father is serious. You don't do all of that with me. That's me. So I have that corporate mind. I have that mind of an elder. So I'm always conscious of myself. You know, like the Igala person will say, Uche Manyo. Yeah, I don't play anyhow. But I'm not proud. No, I only respect myself and I respect people. And that's that. Then I try to carry myself the way I want you to see me. Okay. The fact that I'm an entertainer does not mean that I'm a jester or I'm just playing anyhow. No, I'm not. And that's a misconception. Yes. A lot of us from Kogi State, especially us in the entertainment industry, we make it appear to these guys that we are second fiddles. You make the commissioner feel that he is the honorable and you are not because you are an entertainer. You make the assembly member feel that he is the honorable and you are not because you are the entertainer. I am a brand. I'm aware of myself. Right?
That's true.
How do you see Banky W? How do you see Two-Face? How do you see RMD? See them as you see me.
That's true.
It's that simple.
So now, you are a producer.
Yes.
You are an actor. You also sometimes compare.
Yes.
So now, how do you mix these things you do
Today.
with your family? You're also a family man.
Man, bros, no worry. It's challenging. It is challenging. You know, many years ago, I was told by an elder that family is as good as your career because the two of them requires attention.
That's true.
So those who are strong, especially your partner now, that's where your partner comes in. Right? I don't have 8 to 5. I'm not a civil servant. I don't work for any private company that I go to work 8 o'clock and return back at 5 p.m. Most times, you know, your life is outside. But when I have that little time, I try to make the little time count. Okay, so if the other industry players have been able to stay with their partners and have been able to build a career, I can also build that. But I tell you, It's not easy to be a producer, it's not easy to be an actor, it's not easy to be a compere, it's not easy to be an entertainer. Especially if you are goal-oriented. I don't come to play. I don't come to come say I'm one of the actors. No, I want to be number one. Cool. So I pay the price of time. I pay the price of family. My family suffer for it. So every little time I have with my kids, it's like, oh, okay, I have to make the most of it. Give them that little time. You want to move out again, you see them crying. But oh God, this is what we do. Yeah. Wow. So we try to manage both. The family is important, again the career is important. So let's find the balance, madam. I beg no vex. Guys, man, no vex. That it needs to run out. So that's how we do it.
Okay, so you are the first man in Igala land to premiere a cinema movie in the history of the whole Igala kingdom.
That's a fact.
We are so proud of you. Very, very proud of you. It's a big one.
Hey.
Yeah.
This is a human bell.
Oh, really?
So you guys will ring it at the point.
We will. Okay, so now we want to know what challenges did you face? Because I know it's not easy. It's not an easy one. So what challenges did you come across?
Well, okay, now let me go back a little here. The act of telling our stories as Igala people began in 1993, 1994 by a man I refer to as a pathfinder, the door opener, Professor Armstrong Idachapa, now Professor Armstrong Idachapa, who did the movie I'm the Great. I've had a couple of conversations with him and he told me why he pulled out of the industry. He did that one, then he did another movie, OTD.
OTD, yeah.
And that was it. He decided to go back and face his civil service career. And that was what he did until he retired 3 years ago. Okay, so between that time and the time I came in 2006.
And those two movies are sold out though.
Yeah, amazing movies. Amazing movies, yes, amazing movies. And the time I came in 2006 to begin a career in the film industry, there were 1 or 2 films that happened in between that time that Armstrong produced. And there was nothing again. Right?
Yeah.
So I came in and I did my first language movie in 2007. Omayuku, had Aquila and Jama directed it, had Memunat Abaji, Aliu Dikina, God rest his soul, Sonny the King, and the rest of them. What's the name of this guy now? Jotex, and a couple of them. Now, the story has not changed between that time and now. No, the story has not changed. And the reason is one and very simple. The typical Igala man does not know how to celebrate. The typical Igala man sees in our palace, how they call it, in their own terms and language, Achi Ade, Ayoki, Cheneki Achi Ade, Polodi, Achi Ade. Right?
Yes.
Ikana Jabiti, Achi Ade. Thomson Makolo Jr. Achi. Achi means player, entertainer, jester.
Yeah.
So the Igala community does not consider the creative industry as a career.
Serious something.
Right? So when you still ask me that what do I do? I already told you I'm an entertainer, I'm a filmmaker. Anyway, film or anything. Okay, so I am women lady data. Like how is it? How do you do it? He can't bring himself to comprehend the process. But he sees these guys on African Magic. He likes them. He loves them. He watches their film. He knows Okwa. He knows Mama G. He knows his, but because this one
is his own.
He saw them grow up. No, right? So that is how the story has been. So because you don't see it as serious business, they don't place value on it. They don't buy. In fact, as a matter of fact, the people that used to buy us and still buy us, no, are the local people.
Oh.
Yes.
Not the elite.
No. I saw the era of the
OTD.
VCD. No, I saw the era of the VCD.
There were numbers.
Before 2016, there was no statistics of films that are always sold in Igala land. Igala film. Before that time, nobody could say, I think he said he made He first printed 1,000 copies of Amubo in the Great,
Okay.
and it sold out. Right? So I went to some marketers around and I say, how many copies of films you sell? When you know, so they just sell.
No figure.
There's no statistics. So before I released Chadwami in 2016, I went to them and said, why is it that you people don't like our own film? And you Thomson film where I film and follow. That is too standard, it's too packaged. That the Igala man does not like anything that is too organized.
Wow.
Right? That if my bina there, you can't tell the beginning of a story, you can't tell the middle, you can't tell the end. That's the one that they like. Okay, and I did a movie in 2016. I ran the campaign. I was on a national media tour. I was on NTA. I was on AIT. We were on pages of newspapers. We had billboard from Lokoja to an Igala.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And the movie came out on the 26th of September. By December ending, the movie has sold 20,000 copies.
Whoa.
And the same person that told me that they don't like good things say, hey, don't say, oh yeah, Martina.
Yeah, Denny.
Right?
Yeah.
So the local people buy the CD. There's the market women CE, or my watch film again. Like, you don't do film for us to watch again. These are the people that idolize us, the Okada riders, the farmers.
Market people.
But the elite feels that, what is film?
They'll prefer to...
The guys who can say 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, no. Until recently, that our effort and consistency is beginning to make them look like, okay. Now, the social media has also opened a lot of things up. They know Bovi now. Bovi, they do events. Then they sell table 5 million. People, they buy. They show they full. Why am I no comedian? They do show where you know if you buy table for 2 million. Why?
Okay.
Right? So the mindset of our people does not support the industry. And that is why we have been faced with a lot of challenges. Until your people buy what you sell.
This will now take me to the next question.
Yeah.
You moved from telling the Igala stories in Igala now into English, telling the same Igala story in English.
Yes.
So what are, this might be a different angle. What makes you to that movement, that upgrade?
I was tired.
Okay. Like there's no...
I got tired. You guys make me look like I don't know what I'm doing. Do we not even find pride in the fact that we are making effort to preserve your language? There are families that live in Abuja here, 4 hours from here to an Igala, and their children cannot speak 3 words in Igala. Father, mother, Igala. You only left your village to come to Abuja now. So what has happened? Where did you go to school? So what it means is that in another 3 generations, the language will struggle. Film has proven to be a major weapon for mass mobilization and sensitization. How did we get to know about America and the Chinese? They don't do films in English.
Even movies, the Mandela and the rest, movies project those stories more than the work.
That is what it does. But say film gala on film gala. You can imagine a local man. It's not about film gala. So they can't speak your language. Right? So it got to a point in 2022 when I did the movie Awomi. Awomi remains one of our biggest language film ever.
That's true.
Awomi got to 15 international film festivals.
But for me, my take home is the soundtrack. I love that soundtrack.
Right. But we struggle with the film. We sent it to distributors in the film industry. They said, yes, great movie, but the actors are not popular. That's me now. Me, C-Boy, Duane, Adejo. Yes, within our own market, we are the biggest of stars.
That's true.
But they don't know us outside that place. So that means the film cannot sell. Then the language is not popular. The Igala language, the ninth largest ethnic group in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is not popular. You know why? They're right. Because we don't come out to buy our own. The DSTV does not accept our movies.
Whoa.
They don't have a channel. They have African Magic Yoruba, African Magic Igbo, African Magic Hausa. What it means is that Kogi State is part of the 19 northern states. But we are not Hausas. I am Igala.
Yeah.
I come from the 9th largest ethnic group, people with very rich cultural heritage. I know of her families. In my house in Abuja, I have a DSTV that I subscribe. In Lokoja, there's a DSTV that I subscribe. And I can tell you that there are 500,000 people who are Igalas. And they subscribe to your platform. Yet our story shouldn't be on your platform. That is called corporate injustice. And that is how these operators have demarcated and divided the industry along three major lines. So we from number 4 to number 250, we don't matter. Yet we buy.
We are focusing on the top 3.
Yet we buy. So why not have one channel that you can merge the remaining 4 to 10 into one? So the question now is who produces more? Dominate the channel. So distributors say no, the language no popular for them to sell. We did over 15 million naira in that project. As in cost of production. As I did talk, we never do 5 million naira. And I say, guys, no, please now. I'm a family man. I don't marry. I don't born 1, I don't born 2. I'm the parent for Abuja.
And Lokoja.
Right. For Lokoja. You have car too. Sure. Then you have yourself to look after. You have tuition fee to pay for your kids and for extended family members. So how do you survive? It's enough of my love for my own people.
Go ahead.
Yes, because if the Igala population buys what we create, it's enough market.
That's true.
And you get to see our people who are on social media platform. Then they review an Ikulapo. So you can watch a Yoruba movie to review.
And not to hear one.
But you cannot review Awomi. Because you think when you do that, you promote Thomson Makolo Jr. This career is my call. Right? I do not need your review to validate me.
That's true.
And before we move to this era, we're part of the eras of the CDs. And we'll go to villages and they know us by our names. And we are big stars. But you feel that, okay, now, this guy, anytime you talk about him, he profile him up. So guys, let me just move. And then to take a break. I told myself, Thomson, it's obvious you love your people. But now do business. That was when I stopped and I moved to Asaba. I moved to Asaba to become an actor. I was done. I was going to take a break from producing. But again, the love of where we come from. Look, legacy Skillz. I am a die-hard fan of the history of the Igala people. I am a lover of the sacrifices of Inipi, Omodoko, and Ayeba. If this nation will fall, not in my time. If this story will not be told, not in my time. If this language will die, let it die in the times of my children. Let it be said.
Let them bear the loss.
In years to come, 200 years, 100 years, 50 years, and there was one guy who believed in the stories of his people. And as much, he told it. Like Kunle is doing to the Yorubas. Like Odunlade is doing. And you can name them. Funke Akindele. Have you seen the movies that goes to Netflix? Yeah. Have you seen them?
Pure Yoruba.
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
That is them telling their story. They don't care about you.
Their stories. Pure.
Whether they cast you as an Igbo man, your character name is Yoruba.
Yeah.
Simple.
So that thing for people to know you, your character is Yoruba. That's why you are playing as a Yoruba person.
Listen.
Have you seen the Nollywood? When there are 20 movies that are shown on African Magic, the cultural background is Nani, is Mazi, is Land.
Mazi.
So that is it. If people tell their own story. So I went, and by the grace of God, I've been able to show to them that we have something little to offer in terms of the craft. And we've been trusted with a couple of roles. And by the grace of God, we're already playing sometimes lead role, sometimes sub-lead. We're playing with the big A actors now. So what I needed to do is to let our people know that, look, nobody say I don't feel play for that league. And love now make me they play for here. And we are trying to see if we can move this league to the other side so that they will say when they count the leagues of films for Nigeria, they will count us.
Trying to export.
But I was done looking for money myself, putting it in, not coming out, and they make it look like you are a beggar. Say they beg them to come premiere, they come buy a ticket. It's not so. I am offering value for crying out loud. Person will carry 5 million, go put for business. He's not a madman. Because they sell oil, they sell land. No means say no be business, they do so. Right?
Yeah,
and I went. But again, the body to do our story came. And when I had the chance, I said, why not? We created a story. And I had a talk back and forth with some of my colleagues. And I said, no, it has to be our story. It has to be our names. It has to be our culture. And that's how we came up with Oyoma. And by the grace of God, having the likes of Kanaigo, Gezu, some of the biggest actors that the world know, came to tell our story. And for me, as a young man, I am fulfilled to have had the chance to take the Igala name to the global community.
That's true.
And we're so proud of you. I'll say that again.
Thank you.
Okay, so please just tell us more about this Oyoma story. Why did you feel the need to talk about that particular story?
Yes, the passion you used to shoot that Oyoma is why the story?
Yes, okay.
Something peculiar about it.
Yes. Like I said again, sometimes I wish I am not this passionate. Sometimes I wish. Those who have a lot of passion make money towards the evening of their craft. The guys who just hit anything, the guys that just everything is money, and then they. But again, I know we are disadvantaged. I know that we are disadvantaged. See, the Igala nation has gone 20 steps backward.
The past 10 years.
And I mean in all ramifications. I don't even want to talk about the political angle of it. The man that they used to fear before, now they fear people now where they fear them before. The man they used to come to ask, now they go ask now. Right? So, we have some of the richest histories in Africa. Once upon a time, let me say this. The Igala kingdom was one of the 5 most powerful kingdoms on the continent.
Fact.
Once upon a time, the Kano Emirate Council, the Kano Traditional Area Council, used to borrow from us.
Yes.
When my father, Amuboni, was king.
That's true.
When the fearless lion was lion. When the king was on the throne and he understood the power of the throne and the traditions that he represents. Not now. How did we get to where we are? How? How is it that Inikpi, who willingly gave ourselves, how is it that we are not able to tell our story? The Jesus of Igala people.
Allah.
Inikpi is Jesus of the Igala people. How have we become so foreign? Even when we're born local and native.
Very local.
Inikpi is the Jesus of the Igala. And I say something, I say, you are crazy. Okay. If we decide to tell the story of Inikpi like they told the story of Jesus, the world will buy.
Yeah.
So when we had a chance, first and foremost, Oyoma is an evolution.
Even the title itself.
Yes.
First time of hearing
Yes. Oyoma is a name. A lot of people don't even know that Oyoma is an Igala name.
It's my first time and it sounds Igbo.
Yes.
Oyoma.
Oyoma
Okay.
means Omaye.
Wow.
When an Igala elder gives birth to a son, he calls him my friend, my brother. for those who are lucky to have one, that first one is their brother. In the palace of Ata, there is a title called the Oyomata.
Yeah.
That is Ata's trusted brother. In the palace of Eje, there is a title called the Oyomeje, and he is greeted Ogbolo. Omaye Ogbolo there. Okay? So we needed to provoke the Igala people themselves first and foremost. We needed to provoke the traditions and the custodians of our tradition first and foremost. We needed to remind us of the things we were told and our timeless traditions and the wisdom of this land. So I decided to not go English. I decided to title it local. You begin as waiting be Oyoma. And then I will begin explaining. And I hear some people say, why is Oyoma a voice of old? And I say, when you don't know a thing, you ask.
Not to conclude.
You could be a professor, but this field,
you don't know it.
I
know about you.
I know about you. So Oyoma is a character of the diviner in the movie, the royal diviner, which is what we have traditionally. Oyuga Ata is a king's diviner. That is a diviner of the Igala kingdom. Oyuga Ata. Oyuga is an office, is an office, like the governor, like the minister. The minister has his own name now before he became minister now.
Yes.
So Oyoma is a name of the Oyuga, who is the kingdom's royal diviner.
Oh.
And he is the oldest voice of the land that reminds the people the things that happened before and the things that are happening now. So Oyoma simply tells the story of a kingdom waiting for doom as revealed by the gods to Oyoma, the diviner, for lack of traditional rights by the king.
Oh, nice
now,
one.
there's a lot to discuss about this very Oyoma.
Yes.
Now, without giving away any spoiler, what scene in the movie Oyoma that you are more excited on, that you can't wait for the audience to see, and why? Why is that scene so special to you?
Okay, I would say the scene where the king came into his chambers. Legacy. I'm a very proud Igala man.
Oh, keep saying
The sight of His Majesty the attack is mind-taking, is breathtaking. And in all the films that have been made before, where the character of Ata was represented, none has done justice to the might of the tallest king in the world. So when Kanayo walked into his chambers, Kanayo himself felt he left his body. Yes. The moment he came out with the umbrella, with the praise singer, with the drummers, with the trumpeters, we saw him lost. So after the scene, they asked him that, sir, what happened? He said no, that he was not hearing what they were saying this side. He transformed. And when he walked in majestically, the whole spirit came on him. And with so much courage and command, he was waving his horse tail to those who were chanting his praises. And when he came to the chambers, and those council members came to cover him to sit down.
To sit down, yeah. That's where he started getting himself back.
Yes. So with the moment he sat down, we were done with that scene, and they asked, why? I said, no, the Igala is God. No man sees a God sitting down or standing up. And this is what we do on daily basis for my king. That for me was humbling. It was inspiring. It was a big pride for me. Because in the same location where we're filming, in Igala, there are about 9 other production houses. So each time we're shooting, they stop and they come to enjoy what we're doing. So they were watching the film while we're making it. Oyoma is not out yet. They have shot 3 films with Igala history and attires.
Yeah, I saw one of them.
Yes, because We brought it to them. The lady called me and said, please, come and play the lead. I said, I'm not around. That is the influence of our export. That others are beginning to tell our story. Others find our materials, our attire, more fascinating. That's the power of film. So every bit of it, where you have an Ugezu speak as a diviner of the Igala kingdom, when you have them pronounce our names, when you have them pay salutation and say Doga, and say Ede, and say Gabaidu, these were things that we should sell. When you say Igwe in my village, my grandmother that passed away 5 days ago knows that you are referring to an Igbo king. When you say Gabaidu in Asaba, they will ask you, who is Gabaidu? The office of the Igala is far. We are a king, we are a kingdom. Igwe is no Nicha. Igwe is Nenugu. Ata is one. Yet they don't know us. Why? We're not telling our stories. Then those who tell our stories don't even give time to these little details. I've seen a couple of our films, some films made by some of our colleagues on African magic, and you are not able to clearly define whose king is this. Is it Anunu or an or a J? So you just do your highness. No, you can do your highness.
You can't do your highness.
Why are the Igbo people not telling Igbo your highness?
Okay.
Before they do your highness, they will say the Igwe first. Maybe he installed line. He say, hey, your highness. But please, establish. And that is how and why Igwe has become synonymous to Africa.
Yeah.
If you wear a red cap now and you go outside Nigeria, the guys from Uganda will tell you the power of film. So everything for me, fantastic. See, guys, you'll be part of what we've done, to be honest.
Well, we can't wait to see.
We can't wait. Me in particular, I cannot wait to see this movie.
Yes.
But I just heard you mention your grandmother.
Yes.
God rest her soul.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to our next question.
Yes.
So for somebody that is not an Igala, knows nothing about the Igala culture, what are you hoping they'll take from the experience when they walk into the cinema and see the movie, Ohioma?
Okay. First and foremost, the movie is 98% English.
Okay.
98%. The tradition is our tradition, the culture is our culture, but the language is a general global language. For the want of marketing, we have to speak little of our language, just to help in our exports. Right. So to anybody that walks into the cinema that day, expect the best of African tradition. Coming from the river Niger, the land of Ataye Bomidoko.
That's so.
The greatest of them all. The most powerful king on the continent of Africa. A man whose history has refused to forget in well over 500 years. No, come on. That is the story of a kingdom to be told. There are not many kingdoms where the founder of the kingdom story are still told. But the Onu tells you, one of the exciting scenes was when Ugezu was divining, when he was calling on the gods. He said, Ayegba, Inikbi, Omodoko, your kola is here. Obi should be Ayegba.
Yeah.
The kola now belongs to the land. And the founder of the land is Ayegba Midoko, the one that offered the greatest sacrifice of all. The least you can do is ennoble that tradition, please. And our traditional rulers, this is a call to them. This is an open call to you. If this beats, you cannot protect it traditionally. Please drop it.
Take it back. Or drop it, take it back.
Don't ask for it. You can go and be imam. You can go and be a pastor. I don't have a problem with you.
But don't mess with it.
But for the tradition that you fought to be Onu, you fought to be Eje, you fought to be Ata, you fought to be Achadu, the least you can do is please, if you cannot add to it, don't break it down. See, they there, hold them as you meet them. Then when the gods called you, go home.
That takes me to the next question.
Yes.
You have the likes of Ugezu on this project, Kanayo.
Yes.
So what does it mean to you? And what did their presence in this project? What is this? What does their presence add to the success?
It makes us
production
global.
so far?
It makes us global, right?
Wow.
When Kanayo posted about after leaving the set, he said, "I am privileged to have played the character of an Igala
Yes.
in a movie."
I saw.
That is not the first time he's playing the story of a king, but by what he saw us do,
Even by your story now.
it was even
By
a
your story
privilege.
now, he saw it like he felt it or true.
It was even a privilege, yes, indeed, it was a privilege. It was more than film. Oyoma is more than film. It is a cultural reawakening of the Igala people.
To add to this question, and you can also be free to add what are the financial involvement? How tedious was it?
Oyoma had a budget of 70 million naira.
Whoa.
Oh yes. As at this moment, we have done well over 50 million naira.
Whoa.
Yes.
Igala movie.
It's not an
Igala
Igala
story.
It's an Igala story.
Igala story, sorry.
It's a Nigerian film.
Yeah.
An Igala story. That is the goal. Using the words that the world know to tell a story. Ugezu was given a chieftaincy title. He was inducted into the cabinet of the Igwe of Enugu in January. I was there.
Yeah.
And when the king was speaking before his decoration, he said, Ugezu, J. Ugezu, from the land of Anambra comes Peter Doche. The world knows him, but the world shall know you more. When the world hear of you, they shall know us, the people of Enugu. My tears dropped for where I was standing. When a king, a custodian of the people's tradition, realizes that this one is our face, and as far as he goes, that is how far the name of his land would go.
That now take us back. Can you get the same accolade?
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Please. I don't even want to talk about it.
It's very possible.
The news was everywhere. Expectedly, some of my guys who were out of the country called me. This is the moment for the attack to cease. Never has your throne and character been this talked about. The least you can do is, Medoma, let me.
Yes.
Let me give you money.
Don't even give me money.
No money.
Okay, to be honest and to be fair to him, the Ojolamaboro has conferred on me the chieftaincy title of Onua Machia Ejolamaboro. That is the king of entertainers. Right? So we are waiting for the official coronation. That is one man that sees value in what we do, not only me. Right? The premiere is less than 20 days.
Yes, 20.
There has not been a statement from the palace. What can happen now?
That's not okay.
Much more than the entire council can sell the land. One film has done it. Or is it because you're not even insulting? If I had done a bad film now, that debases the honor of the land, I would have been called. Now that we have done something to ennoble us, no, now we are Motomachi. The entire Igala Traditional Council should be involved in this. This is one time that we have the nation listening to us.
Yes.
One time for us to reenact our story and begin to retell our story. This is the platform we have created. Again, God be kind to him. The gods be kind to him. This morning, before I came to the studio here, the Ejolamaboro called me. I didn't pick because I was attending to my little boy. Then I saw his message on WhatsApp. He said, please send me the poster that contains all the details of the premiere. I want to send it to someone. That is a king.
Yes.
How many of them are doing that? What does it take you to say, okay, my children in Abuja, every one of you meet me at this event, buy a ticket to come and celebrate me? What does it take?
Okay.
Then we do something that insults you and in 1 hour you are calling us.
Go viral.
The other time Ajanigo said something and the palace called her. Okay, because it was something in the bad light. In quotes, you are calling. Those who are sweating,
They don't
sweat and blood, with every hard money to tell your story. No. Okay, we have even told your story. Come and buy your story.
It's a problem.
That's where we are now. We have told your story. Come and even buy. This, the king should take pride in inviting other traditional class across Nigeria. Come and see my story.
Because they have friends now.
As part of the plans we have for this movie, we are taking it on a royal tour. I have written to the Oni of Ife. I'm writing to the Oba of Benin. I'm writing to the Olu of Ori. I've written to the Emir of Kano. I've written to the Emir of Zauzau. I'm writing to the Esunope. It is us showing our own story. The Igala kingdom has something in common at one point or the other with the kings and kingdoms I have mentioned. It is time for the people to tell their own story. Something stands in history. The power and danger of not telling your story. So we are using this film as an opportunity to bring the world attention to us again. After the royal tour, we are doing a 20 campus tour in Nigeria. With all the campuses in Kogi State, to the University of Abuja, to Kefi, to Benue. We are writing to the school authority. We have something of interest to the young people. See, the young people are suffering. We are choked with so much that we are struggling to survive. The elders are the ones blaming us. The young ones are the ones wanting to know the stories of the past. Those who know the stories of the past are the ones who are not telling it, and they are blaming the young people. So this film is a cultural awakening, and it's a challenge to those who hold the power to tell stories that are not telling stories. Yes, so Joy.
You have said so much, and I see how passionate you are about this particular story. So what's like your biggest dream goal for this one?
Yes, for this one, this is the list of the things we can do. Certainly. We pray that this should bring us to the attention of the world. Then once we, you see, this is a symbol of human movement. Once you strike this, you are calling for attention. And once you have the attention, you drop the message. We are going to retell the Enigma story.
Woo! I can't wait.
No. The Enigma story has not been done.
That's true.
As far as I'm concerned, as a filmmaker, as a storyteller, for what I know, what the other filmmakers have done was a joke. You cannot tell the story of a legend, like the story of a girl that sells akara. No.
Such a very basic.
It was so basic. How do you tell Nelson Mandela story like one farmer?
So now, this takes me to the next question.
Yes.
If you were to shoot another movie, you said it's going to be in Ekpe, right? Hopefully.
One of the films.
Can you just take this short time to mention 5 actors that you want to work with?
Well, the last time, okay, I think sometime in December or January, I ran into K. Kazim. K. Kazim is an African Hollywood actor.
Yeah, K. Kazim.
I have a project that would require 3 British actors.
Whoa.
Bros, the idea is to be in the globe. Yes, the idea is to be in the globe. If you think we are within Kogi State and you see me as a competitor, bros, you know,
minimizing that.
You know the thing.
They minimize that.
So we want to get to the world. We have stories that the world would know. What happened to, once upon a time, the Queen of England wrote a letter to the Actor of Igala, seeking the permission of the Actor that her people should pass beyond her ways. The River Niger belongs to the king, the Actor. If you pass, they bring you down. The Queen wrote, there was a treaty between the Queen of England and the Actor. Okay, bros, let's do business. This is my own side, this is your own side. How come our stories are lost? So we have a lot of big story to tell, but like I said, this is our attention seeker.
Yeah.
Once we are able to get good response, once we are able to get more sponsors or believers come forward, we can do more than what's on the Netflix.
Yes, sir.
the big stories are yet to be told. And the best of stories are the one on Netflix.
Not at all. Not
This
at
one should
all.
be on Netflix ordinarily. But how about the who is there, who is not there?
It's not there.
So, but we're not worried.
We're getting,
Once we get the right attention with this one and say, okay, guys, look, we have more.
Come and see.
Come and see. So this is it. But the big thing now is I dey beg una, I dey beg. It no cost na anything. Take the pride. When Funke Akindele movie hit 1.2 billion naira revenue, and they see Igala people they ride queen of
Box
box office.
Box office.
Una know them.
WhatsApp status everywhere.
God, I'm losing myself. When Funke hit that man, the governor of Lagos State wrote on his official handle, "Congratulations, dear Funke Akindele, for you have exhibited the true spirit of Lagos." There has not been one statement on this movie from the chairman of my local government. Let me just
the people made this one, that statement more difficult. Funke was his opposition.
Funke was deputy governorship candidate in the election.
Yeah.
The 2023.
Yes, the government of Lagos State sees every entertainer as a plus and a partner
Yes.
to the growing economy of Lagos. My local government chairman, this is just to put it straight, guys, so that you know go be like say which way they talk, we don't know which way they talk. I don't want to say it's unfortunate that I come from where I come from. No. But I want to say it is sad. Why do we not clap our own people? Why? I have written to the letter to the government of Kogi State. I addressed the letter about this project to His Excellency the Governor. I've written to the Deputy Governor, who politically is my own governor and leader from Kogi East.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
I've written to the Senator. I wrote to the 3 members of the House of, let it be on record. I wrote to the members of Kogi House of Assembly from Kogi East through the Deputy Speaker, who is their leader. I wrote to Kogi State Algon. I also wrote to Algon, Kogi East.
Kogi State Algon.
Yes, then Kogi East.
Yeah.
Let him say, document me, please. Right?
Yeah.
But we'll continue to do what we're doing. We're not doing it because you are a government. But there is a slim line between partners. Today, I am talking about this film. Today, this film has been censored by the National Film and Video Censor Board. And there's this state of production. I put Kogi State. So in 2025, if you are going to count statistics of films that were made in Nigeria, there's one come from Kogi State. The least you can do, Your Excellency, is take pride in the fact that we're making contribution to the largest film industry in Africa, coming from your state. I come from Delta State. I premiered this movie and released it a while ago. The governor of Delta State called him home and said, "Thank you, let me endorse your project." Is bigger than me. So if his money does not need money, I have not made 1/10 of the money that AY has made. I have not made 1/10 of the name he has made. Yet his people believe and support him. But you guys know AY, you know basket mouth. You know they are doing well. As Funke make 1.2 billion, if me make him, no be an Igala go bring them home.
Igala now.
But buy me first. Buy what we're selling first. Tell your friends who are Igbo's Yoruba house, I say, come, let's go and see this movie. It not go do you anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we're not complaining. We are resolved. We are resolute. It's a call. It's a career. So your validation. Who will do this? Until we get to the Oscars.
Oh.
Yes, we'll get there to the Oscars.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Until we get to EMVC.
EMVC. Let's see.
And I'll say to Aye Bomidoko, this is your award. Then will I say, okay, Thompson, I think you have done well. Until then, we are still working.
We cannot wait for that moment. Okay, I'm sure there are lots of filmmakers that see you as their role model. You've set the pace for every other young person that wants to follow the same route. So what are the mistakes that you've made that you want them to learn from and just correct their...
Intentionally, I have not made mistakes. Intentionally, I have not made mistakes. But I have been on a journey that I have fallen sometimes, or most times of this journey I have fallen. Most times of this journey I have not made profit. Most times of this journey it has been tiring. But have I given up? No. Is there a clear destination in sight? Yes. Am I willing to go all the way out? Yes. So if you are a filmmaker out there and you see me as one inspiration, I'm going to say something recently when we brought into Kogi to film. Again, another impact and influence of Oyoma. That Ugezu left Asaba to come and shoot in Igala.
Wow.
That is the Thomson Makolo Jr.'s influence and effect.
After the Oyoma?
Yes, he was here. He was here in March.
Whoa.
He came in March 5th and left March 13th. He drank our water. He ate our food.
Wow.
He stayed in a hotel in Ita. And they paid his money.
Whoa.
And he came to Igala and he saw something. We live in Igala and we come from Igala. We don't see what they saw. So to all the young filmmakers, the road is rough and tough. It is long. Learn that I have fallen years. I have not been making money. That is not because I don't want to make money. That is because where I come from, they don't see us as serious people to buy enough. That's why we're not making money. If you have the passion to tell your story, please go ahead and do it. If you do not, and you decide to go to the other side and tell your story, someday we'll know that you are our son. We'll still celebrate you. So, for me, this is how the journey has been.
So let's take this time out for you to try and tell about the premiere of your movie Oyoma.
Okay.
What was the date, the venue, the time? Is there tickets? What was the process to just...
Okay, so the premiere, the official...
Personally, I want to be there.
You should be there. You should buy a ticket too. I don't want to say, I'm your colleague. I don't want to hear. Okay. So guys, the premiere opens on the 26th of April at the Silverbird Cinemas beside the Ira Center. And our target is to have 5,000 people want to shut down Abuja that day.
Whoa.
Let it be on record that one Nollywood film brought out 5,000 people on the opening premiere. No film has been able to get that numbers. The much I know, there is no film with an open premiere that has been able to say, okay, 1,000 people came out. So we have set that target.
The only ones in Lagos.
Lagos, we want another 5,000 people to come out in Lagos.
Wow.
We want to get to the consciousness of Nollywood. And one way that we can do that, coming from this middle belt of Nigeria, is to create an impact where numbers will count. And when the press come to report, they will see her. Okay? Yeah. So Abuja is on the 26th of April. Our ticket ranges from 2 million naira to 10,000 naira. The 10,000 naira is a student ticket. Children ticket. Regular is 20,000. VIP admit 2 is 50,000. There's silver for 100,000. There is gold for 200. There is executive gold for 500. There is premium for 1 million. There is premium extra for 2 million. See, Senator. So that is Abuja, right? So then for Lagos, we are in Lagos for the 3rd of May. And we are going to the cities that fame matters.
Asaba.
No, we're going to the city that fame matters. And I'm writing to the Lagos state government.
Whoa.
Yes. Some people from the north are coming into Lagos.
Whoa.
As you used to support Western filmmakers, come out and make a statement with us on that day. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is it. Then after the premiere, we'll have this royal tour. Then we'll have the campus tour. So these are the lineup we have. So to all the elites of the Igala land, to the elites of the Idomas, the film talks about the Idoma people too.
Oh.
Up until 1954, the Ochidoma used to be beaded in Ida.
Yes.
The Idoma king receives his coronation in Ida.
Wow.
That is how powerful the Igala kingdom was. And they don't know was legacy. Let me put it on record that we were powerful. We are no longer powerful. It's not obvious. Are we that powerful again? When was the last time that our name was called and people feared? What's our rating today? What do we celebrate that brings the world to us? Our festivals are no more. What happens to Ekalu? What happens to Ekpekume? Why are we not selling what we have? Then those who have no culture and tradition are selling so much. We are powerful. We are no longer powerful. This should serve as a challenge and a wake-up call to everyone who has a role to play it. Bros, there's something called living in your past glory.
Yeah.
That's where we are now. Where they say, Igala people, fear them. Now I'm going to talk.
Now I'm going to talk.
Now you're about to talk. Now you're going to talk. What are we saying? So for me, please, it is upon the people. I have done my bit. The man who creates this drink is not the one drinking it.
We are the one.
We are the one buying. So you have Coke, you have Fanta in your fridge, in the house. You don't know the owner. They created a product and you are buying. We have created a product from your own land. The least you can do is be patriotic enough to buy. And that's it.
Thank you very much. This was like a very wonderful session. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Let me say a very big thank you to Igala TV. You guys are doing an amazing job. And when they found out this platform, Paul Stiga is a young man I hold a lot with. The revolution and evolution of the Igala film industry, we share so much together. And this young man also understands the power of media and platform. That is why he has created this to advance the causes that we have been believing and pushing. So to every team member working with him, thank you guys. This is the same way that China's television started. The same way AIT, Arise News started. You guys don't see money first. Put in the job. Him never begins to see the money, but he put money. So let us not begin to feel that we're doing him a favor. No, we're not doing him a favor. Yes. So to you, the presenters, the directors, and the guys behind the camera, well done. And to our viewers and followers on Igala TV, both on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, and Instagram, please. This is your bell. This is Igala TV. Alright, so you
I want to ring it.
Yeah.
This is for Oyoma, for Igala, for Legacy, for me. Thank you so much.
This is where we call it a wrap on Entertainment Extra with Legacy Skillz on Igala TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow us on all other social media platforms. On behalf of me and my co-host, we say, see you next time. Peace. I'm out.
Igala TV, digitally cultural.